YouTube, what's going on? This is Preacher. So, where I'm at with everything, I'm waiting on the state of Florida to issue me my paperwork for my LLC so I can then take it to the bank. I decided to go with Wells Fargo. Looked at different banks, but in my travels, in the areas that I plan on working in, I always saw Wells Fargo all over the place. So that's the main reason why I'm going with Wells Fargo. And plus, the monthly cost to manage my account is zero. So that's another reason why I went with Wells Fargo as well. Now that's depending on how much money you have inside your account. If you go up under a certain amount, then there's a charge. But I don't plan on going under a certain amount. But even if I do go over a certain amount, the charge was only like $50, something like that. 20, I think 20 something dollars. Don't quote me on that. I really didn't pay too much of it when I was reading everything. But it's somewhere around there. 20 to like, I think $20 to $25 to be honest. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So whenever I get that, they are saying that I should have everything by the 25th of this month. So sometime next week. So I can start my bank account. On the truck search, listen, I really want a Kenworth T680, 2016 or 2017. Every place I call, literally every place I call, they don't have them. They don't have them with the Cummins engine. They have it with the Pack car, but they don't have them with the Cummins. Even the ones they have with the Pack car, they are saying anywhere between 30 to 45 days. From today, too, now. I can't wait that long. I can't. My funds don't stretch out 45 days. It just don't stretch out 45 days. So, the other option is the Freightliner. Now, with Freightliners, I really wouldn't want to get a used Freightliner that I don't know what another driver been doing. I really don't want to do that, especially the ones that I have been looking at. And I've been looking at some, and because I couldn't get the Kenworth T680. Every place where I went, they're talking about 30 to 45 days to 2 months. Also, they don't have them. They're saying that it's a hot commodity. It's a hot commodity. So then I was like, well, what about the Peak 579? Even with the Peak 579, and then the place that I did find that have them, they want an astronomical amount of money down. They won't. Okay, Lone Mountain didn't have any Kenworth T680s. And one told me that it could be 30 days to 45 days, and they can't even quote me on that. So Lone Mountain is not a go. And I did get approved with Lone Mountain, but it's not a go because they don't even have the truck. Okay, so then all the places that I went, it's an astronomical amount down. And then if you're talking about leasing the truck, okay, well, the truck is only worth $43,000, $44,000, $45,000 at the most, $48,000, $49,000. But if you lease it, you're gonna wind up paying like $75,000, $80,000 for it. And I'm like, man, I do not want to pay an extra $30,000 because I'm leasing the truck and not buying the truck. But I can't buy the truck because they don't have the truck. And then Arrow financing, they was telling me about $10,000 down, 60-day warranty on it, but it's going to be about $8,000 to $10,000 down. They don't know until they actually get the truck. And then the trucks that I was seeing, it didn't have the applications I was looking for. For instance, they had a set fifth wheel, and I don't want a set fifth wheel. So the trucks that I like had the set fifth wheels, but like I said, I don't want a set fifth wheel. And then some of the trucks had like bald head tires, but they said they'll replace the tires. But they just basically was showing me the truck that they had, and then they said that those trucks won't be available for another 2 weeks that they did have that I wanted. So I was like, okay, they don't have this, they don't have that. So I'm just like, oh man. All right. So it's been very hard to find a used truck that I want. Okay, it's been much easier to get a new truck. With the new truck, all the places I check with a new truck, they only require me like 5,000 down. That's it. I'm like, okay, $5,000 down. I go get a used truck. You want 8 to 10,000 for a used truck. I'm like, why in the world? Now the difference is, okay, with Arrows, they said Arrows said that my payments would be about $1,600 a month, 16 to 1650 a month. Okay, with the new truck, I'm paying like 3,100 to 3,200 a month with the new truck. But it's a brand new truck, and fully warranty. You don't have to worry about nothing if something breaks down. I do have to just do the regular maintenance on it, oil lubes and stuff like that. But anything go wrong with it, it does have a warranty on it. So, I mean, that's what they try to sell you. Oh, it's a new truck. You got a warranty on it. Anything happens. Yeah, but new trucks break down too, man. New trucks have issues too. But then I'm like, okay, do I really want a new truck? And then do I want a new truck at $3,000 a month? I mean, man, that's double what I was trying to pay. I was trying to pay between 14 to 16. But I'm able to do that because, listen, I own my personal truck, I own my personal car, and I own my motorcycle. I got titles to it. Only bill I have is my house bills and everything that comes with the house bills. Okay, so I don't have a vehicle payment, number one. Before, people be like, oh, your overhead, this. Yeah, I know my overhead. Okay, that's why I'm trying to get a cheaper truck. But I'm not going to just settle for a truck. I'm either going to get the truck that I want, or my secondary truck has to be a new truck. Okay, that would it have to be. So if the Freightliner is my secondary truck, it would have to be a new truck or a newer truck. Like I can get a 19. I can get a 19 too. A 20. It don't have to be a 21 or anything like that, but it would have to be a newer truck. And I found it's so much easier, even for the Kenworth T680, okay, to get inside of a new truck. They only wanted $5,300 down. I'm like, and they was ready to make the deal, but then I'm like, man, do I really want to pay like $175,000 for a truck? And then they have those type of payments. Anytime you get a new truck, you can expect anywhere from 28 if you're getting a good deal, depending on what bank you're going with, thing like that. But anyway, for 2,800 to 30 something, 3,200 a month. Okay, so that's what it is. Well, I'm trying to keep my overheads down like crazy. I'm trying to only pay between 13, like I said, between 13 and 16 to be realistic. But they cannot find the truck nowhere. At every place that I'm going, y'all can go look on Lone Mountain too if y'all want to. You don't believe me? Go look on Lone Mountain. Put it in Kenworth T680 2016 on up. You can go Google this too. Now, I didn't Google on Truck Paper, and it shows you a lot, but then when you call these places, oh no, we don't have that one. Oh no, the ones we have it's on hold. They're on hold, a sale is pending, it's not available. And I'm like, why you got it if so I'm getting sick and tired of calling these from places. And I done called a lot of places. I was willing to go anywhere in the 48 states to pick up this truck now. Really am. But then some other places it's like it's a lease purchase and things like that. And then I'm like, okay, what's the total cost it's going to be? Then by the time they tell me the total price, I'm like 70-something thousand. I'm like, at the dealership, it's a dealership French Ellison dealership down in Texas. Have the Kenworth, but the other problem I was getting is they only have automatics on the Kenworths. And then some of them don't even give you a warranty with them. You can purchase a warranty, but they're not giving you a warranty. And I told the dude, well, if I'm paying $48,000 for a truck, I'm not going to pay $48,000 for a truck and it runs out in a week. I'm inside of money trying to fix something and I'm paying 48 some thousand because y'all still gonna want y'all money regardless. Now, Arrow did say that they have warranties, a 60-day warranty, and it's 60 days before you make your first payment too. But the problem is trying to find the truck with the application I'm looking for my business. All right. Now, those are trucks I want for my business. That's not my personal choice of truck. Okay. My personal choice of truck that I would like. My own truck is a W900, Kenworth W900. That's my personal one. That's the one that I would want, but I'm getting one for my business and what is practical for my business and the application of the truck for the areas that I'm going to be running in for my business. I don't plan on doing a lot of mountain running or anything like this. I'm doing a lot of flat running. So that's why a 10 speed is good. If I was going to go inside the mountains, I'd do a 13. Okay. I'm not doing very heavy hauling, nothing like that. So I don't need an 18 speed. So I go with like a 13 speed if I'm going to be going inside the mountains and stuff like that. And like I told this guy, I said, listen, man, at this point, because I'm getting down to a wire, it's almost like I need a truck, I say, at the most 2.5 weeks. I need a truck before the end of September. So I was telling the guy, listen, I could drive a manual, I can do an automatic. It doesn't matter. What matters to me is getting a truck with the right application for my business. That's going to be more important to me. Now, then the price. So I'm like, okay, you know, that's an extra $1,500. Now I'm in a good position because I don't have no other payments. The only thing like I said, only bills I have is my house bills, you know, my mortgage, lights, water, home, insurance. I got like an extended warranty because I had a brand new house that I built from scratch. So all those warranties is gone because I had this house over 2 years. So I had to get a American Home Shield warranty, you know, so I pay for that for them to come out and fix something that is wrong and stuff like that too. And my cell phone bills, okay, and besides medical bills. So I can afford a little bit more in the payment, but I'm not sure if I want to do like $3,200 for a truck. Now, if I have to, I will. That's not what I'm preferring to do. But if I have to do it based off of, you know, just the demand for the truck and to get my business stuff started. Sugar. What, your juice? Okay. And I also tried to, no. Go back and watch your cartoons. Go back and watch your cartoons. But anyway, if I have to do it just to get the truck, the other truck that I could deal with and still love, still run, still got good gas mileage and everything like that. Yes, it's a new truck, and yes, it's $1,500 more. Okay, that's my other thing. But like I said, my household bills, it's not that much to manage my house and to save money. Okay, I prepared for this. So you also got to prepare if you want to do this or not. Okay, and then the other thing that I'm dealing with, I'll tell y'all a little bit later because I had to deal with some stuff about one particular company that I was going to sign on to, but now I'm no longer going to sign on to that company. They didn't like me being diabetic, I'm guessing, or the type of medicines I take for my diabetes. And I had to look that up, and on the FMSCA website, it says if you're diabetic, it is to that medical examiner for that company. It is their choice whether they want to take you on with the medicine that you take for that or not. I'm not on no insulin, but I take this medicine, gabapentin, and it helps me from not having any neuropathy. And they said because I take the gabapentin that they don't want to take me on because of that, because I have neuropathy. So because of that medical condition. Now I had to look that up because I'm like, okay, I've been driving for 4 years with the same thing, but then that's where it says that it's to their discretion. And that medical person didn't want, I did everything, man. I did all these safety stuff. I did the computer stuff online. I did all that stuff, man. I did the drug test for the company. I did all that. I'm like, I'm in the dough. No. Medical exam was like, hey, well, because of your neuropathy, we just don't want to take that chance. I'm like, for 4 years and me dealing with neuropathy, And that's just like the numbness that you get sometimes. Sometimes it could be in my elbow. Sometimes it could be like in one of my toes or something like that. You know, not saying that I got it bad. It's just that I do have some neuropathy, but that's why I take the medicine for it. So they said because of the neuropathy that I have, they don't want to take the chance. Now that's their insurance company with their medical stuff. That's them. I can't hate them for that, but I did get denied because of that. And I'm like, what? That's the first thing I had. That's why I had to look it up, and I had to go to the website and look it up. And true enough, it did say that. So I'm like, oh well, So I'm going with my second option, and I'm going to see what they are saying. But because of these truck situations, it's been putting me behind, so I do have this time to go with the second option of the company. Listen, like I said, I'm going with the company where I can pick my own loads off of a load board, make my own deals with these brokers and these agents and things like this, and then they just take their cut for me using their authority and stuff, and the deductions that they have. So for me, the deductions for the company has to be 500 or less, and things like that. So this is my second company choice that I'm going to go with. Like I said, I want to do the reefer. So the first company was a lot better with the reefer. They don't really do that much reefer. They really don't have that many reefer trailers. So it looked like if I do reefer this company, I will have to get me one or rent me a trailer to do the reefer. So I got to look into that, but before I go that route, I need to make sure everything is straight with this company. And then after that, if that company don't have the other companies that are out there, they are hard to find. They only take on so many people and things like that as well. And then some of these other companies, when you're buying a truck, they want to know where you're going and things like this and all this other particular stuff. So going to a dealership to get the truck is like one of your better options for me, for my situation. Everybody's situation is different. But for me and my situation, going to a dealership to get the truck is better because they just want their money. They just want to know that you can give them their money. Pretty much. Everybody else want to know what carrier you're going to sign on with and all this other particular stuff. So it's been a little bit challenging for that, but I always can go to the dealership and pay my $5,000 down. And I had to make sure, $5,000. So with Freightliner, it was $5,000 down with Freightliner. $5,000. But like I said, the payment was $3,100 a month. And at the Kenworth dealership, theirs was $5,800 down, and the payments was $3,200 a month for the truck. Like I said, these are newer trucks though. I mean, so they're about, $110,000, $115,000, $120,000. Okay, so that's going on with this. But I need to be sure if I take on a payment like that, $3,000, which I can. Like I said, my household expenses, I planned for this to keep my household expenses low. And like I said, I own my vehicles. I don't have no payments on my vehicles. So I can't afford to take on a little bit more, even if it is at $3,000 or $3,100 a month. Okay, because you're talking about what, $780, $790 a week. If you just say $800 a week for just your truck payment. Okay, so if you should just say $800 a week for your truck payment. If I'm gonna go with a new truck, I'm gonna have my own authority. I can tell you that. I can't afford somebody to take out 20% of my profits if I'm going that route. So if I'm going to have to get a new truck, I'm just going to get my own authority and use my friends that's been in this business for 24 years that they've been in this business doing the reefer game. He already said how he could put me on a reefer trailer for about like $8,000. He's been doing reefer for over 22 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, both of them have been doing reefer for over 22 years that they've been doing this. So It's not like I don't have help and people who've been in this business and been doing it. And not only that, you know, they could put me down with their brokers that do take on new authority people as well to get me some loads that help me out. So I do have help. So if I do take the authority route, I'm not doing it by myself. I got a couple people. You can call them mentors. I just call them my friends because I know them. I grew up with them. You know, one of my friends, he is 2 days older than me. His birthday, January the 1st. My birthday, January the 3rd. You know, our families grew up together, all this particular stuff. So I do have people who been in this business. And their dad had a trucking company just at the same time my dad had his trucking company. They both came up together and they helped each other out as well with everything. As far as fixing the truck, loads, the whole 9 yards. So I do have help going into this. All right, don't get out here and you don't have no help and dependable help. People who are willing to help you and make sure you are getting along how you are getting along. Okay? I'm not stepping out here. Yes, I'll be stepping out here on faith, but I'm stepping out here with people in the business, with brokers that can give me loads. Okay? If I'm having problems finding the loads and things like that. And they're doing this for free just because they my best friends and good friends. Okay? So, like I said, I'm not doing this by myself. Okay, I'm doing it by myself, but I'm not doing it by myself, if you get my drift. All right, so that's what's been going on with getting this business up and running. Like I say, so any day now, once I get this, I can get the bank account, and then I could transfer the money from my personal account into my business account. And even with the dealership, they saying I would have to wait a year, use my personal stuff for a year, and then after a year I could switch it on to my business name, under my business name and everything. So if I go that route, that's probably what I'm gonna do. But like I said, if I go that route, I'm definitely going to have my own authority, because that 20% that I was giving away, I would need that 20% to pay that extra $1,500 for the month on a new truck. Yeah, I know it's no worries, but a used truck is a lot better. It's better to keep your costs down, especially if you get a good used truck as well. Okay, not saying that you get a used truck, everything gonna be fine and dandy, but it can keep your costs down and things like that. So you still can find a good used truck. You got to do some searching. Some of these trucks that I found, they wasn't really that good. You know, I mean, they had the engine, and because they had the engine and the wheelbase, they were trying to sell me on it. But then I look at the truck and I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And for me, yes, the inside and how the inside of the truck matter. Okay, it may not matter for you. You can tell yourself that lie that, okay, you can, oh, this is just cosmetics. You can redo this. You can get this done. You can tell yourself that lie all you want to. Me, I don't like to live in filth. Okay, so the inside of the truck to me is just as important as the outside of the truck. If I'm paying my money for something, especially something over $40-something thousand, you better believe me, I'm looking for a truck that was maintained. It don't got to be perfect, but at least got to be maintained on the inside. And I hate smoke, so I can't get something that was, you know, a smoker that been into as well. And I told this salesman that, well, he's like, well, you know, a lot of people smoke. I said, man, listen, I am not taking the truck when I'm getting up in there and after y'all clean it, it still smells like cigarettes. I can't do that. I hate that smell. It hurts me. It gets my allergies all crazy. If they had a professional detail person come in to detail it and it still smell like that, what my little cleaning gonna do? And these people clean for a living. So what my cleaning gonna do? I get inside of one truck, man, my eyes start watering, my nose start watering, and I got the little mask on, and now he like, yo, you getting sick? I said, nah, this was a smoker truck. Yeah, but we had detailed it. Well, if you detail it, and I could tell it was a smoker truck. I was like, man, I don't need a truck that smell like this. I really don't need a truck that smell like this. It ain't even had mattresses in it. It just had the 2 seats. It didn't have no mattress in it, nothing like that. But it smelled heavily of smoke, man. I mean, heavily of smoke. I'm just like, man, this, but that's my personal preference. It don't got to be for y'all. It don't got to be for y'all. Yeah, I'm petty. You can call me petty. You can call me what you want to call me, but I can't have a truck that a smoker was in. I can't. And when you got an older truck, man, it could have been had 4 years of nothing but straight cigarette smoke inside the truck. Okay, and yeah, that's bothersome to me. I can't take a truck that was this. So that's what I'm looking at right now. So, but next week, as soon as I get my business up and running, I got the virtual office. I got my number for my office and stuff listed for one. But when I get my stuff, I can sign up for my Dun and Bradstreet number and things like that. And I'm already gonna be signing up for 5 different vendors that will report on Dun and Bradstreet and Experian business and Equifax business. I already got 5 of those, and I already got orders pretty much written down, ready to go as soon as I get my business, because there's still a lot more stuff that I need for my office, and there's some stuff I'm gonna need for the truck, no matter what truck I get, because I'm gonna need tools and everything like that. So it's places that actually sell tools and stuff like this. So I'm able to get my business trade lines going. So after that, I can develop the business credit that I need for my business and everything like that, and to get those particular trade lines and stuff working. I do have a business consultant. I do have a business attorney, and I'm probably going to be booking with this firm for my CPA. We have a meeting Tuesday morning about 10 o'clock. We have a meeting, and I did some heavy research on them to be my CPA for my businesses, because I'm opening up 2 businesses at the same time, a holding company and this trucking company. So I'm getting advice for, like I said, my business consultant. I'm getting advice from my business attorney, and I'm going with this CPA to run my business. And I got my computer at my computer guy, putting in different stuff that I need for my computers, my desktop computer and my laptop computer. Right now, this computer, that's my son's computer, but I'm just doing basic stuff with my son's computer. So they are putting in all those systems that was recommended from my business attorney and from my business consultant, and on the advice of the CPA that I plan on using. They putting in the different systems that I'm going to need for both of those to be up and running and get ready. And now I had used RingCentral for my 800 number. And that's going to be attached to my business with my business address and everything like that. So that's what I got going on with that. This process takes a long time. It took a long time for the first process, for the first company that denied because of my medical condition. So we're going to go from there. All right, this video already long enough. Y'all take it easy.